Alright, let's try to start this. The first game versus Ken. Let's see what you do round start. You try to shut Ken down before he can get anything started with the dog. You don't want him to get away early, and he comes at you. You don't really take the opportunity too well, but you pin him down with a Zio. Good job hitting the dog, but you didn't get out there fast enough. If you're gonna hit the dog, you need to do a quick 2-piece on the dog, quick 3-piece, and then get back. Cause he's definitely gonna come after you after he does a dog normal. And he sees you hit the dog. But now you're locked in the bullshit. You have to block. Oh, you DP out. Okay, you scrub him out with the super. Okay, right there. He's full screen. You don't have a heavy advantage over him since you didn't use a OMC to convert out that. So right here, he's pretty free for him to just press a dog normal. Press 2C, 5C, whatever. So you gotta be aware of that. You have to be either jumping at him already, anticipating that, or ready to hit the dog in that situation. Nevertheless, I do think you probably should have OMC'd to take your offense. Resetting the neutral isn't what you want to do against Ken. Putting him on defense is. Backing off right here. I get that you're scared because he knocked you down, but he was too far away from me to you, so backdashing right there. Let's go back to it. Right here. You're knocked down, but he's too far away to me to you, so he has to jump at you. You have to recognize that and see what he does instead of just immediately backing off, because you were paying attention and you knew that he was too far to actually do anything against you. So look at this. The dog is in recovery. He's on recovery too because he just did a move right here. He's already jumping. If you weren't preemptively backdashing, you could have realized that he jumped, and right here, 2B. A little too preemptive. I'm trying to just back off. Right here. Okay, that's just cheap. Not much you can do against that besides block. You could have DP'd, but okay, you find a way out, and you already have in your mind that you're gonna DP. So whenever he fucks this up, you're already DPing anyway. So you put yourself in a situation that you didn't need to, but you burst because you have to, or you would have lost the game. Didn't quite convert off that. You got him in air. Okay. So right here, you roll out. But you gotta be paying attention to this, because when you roll out, it's your turn right here. He whiffed that button. You don't have to roll out and then get away. You can take your turn right there. You could have pressed 5A. You could have dashed 5A because it wouldn't have hit from that point to extract. You could have pressed 5B. You could have took your turn back, and he goes full pull because how confident he is that you're going to try to run away from him. You're really scared of fighting Ken when he's in your optimal range. You need to be more understanding of what range that you want to be at in comparison to Ken. Ken wants you to be farther away, but you're kind of letting him run you down, and you're backing off and playing a little too passive. But he got you in pressure right here. You find your way out right there, but you don't quite get out. Okay, and you fail to take your turn back once again. Okay, you find your way out. This is good. You gotta finish this combo. That's a pretty good drop. And you get a second chance and you mess up. Okay. But let's see what you do. You find your way in. That was actually really good right there. And do you react to the guard cancel? or you OMC either way, but still, nevertheless, that was really good. Do you get the hit right here? This isn't gonna kill, but this is nice. Okay, it's hard to deal with that because his super is so huge. So him taking his turn back right there is almost inevitable. But you still have to be aware of the situation that he's trying to put you in right here. It's really hard to deal with the dog when he's behind you. But if you're in that situation, you shouldn't be jumping back anymore. At that point, you do have free reign to run at him. If he tries to stop you from running at him and he picks the wrong button, it's almost a RPS in that situation, because if Ken tries to stop you going horizontally, you can catch him if you jump, and vice versa. So right there, the idea is to not jump back Zio anymore. But right here, not very good. Gotta hit confirm that if you're gonna go for it. Not paying attention to the dog. But pretty good burst right there, actually. You burst inside of Awakening, so you give yourself a pretty good chance of making that comeback right there. But he didn't quite pin you down, but he's pinning you down right now. He has the hit. You're not dead. Okay, you have to 2B. You have to 2B. If he's just gonna keep leaping at you, you have to 2B right here. You can't just keep jumping with him. And if you're gonna keep jumping with him, you have to press a button. I get it scary when he's moving all over you and all around you, pressing buttons, jumping up with JB, throwing the dog at you. But you gotta understand when he doesn't have the dog around to help him out. But we can go back here. We are just... Oh, okay. Here we go. Now you're playing against Minazuki. What you do round start? You back off. Actually, right there. This is pretty atypical. The Minazuki player jumps up and does JB. And you had the perfect situation right there. He jumped up JB, he lets you get back, and now you're at a good spot, and you didn't Zio. Right there, a Zio was really free to do. Land Zio, you probably would have counter hit him too for a pretty big damage combo, but nevertheless, now you're in this. Good job of finding that opening right there, getting your way out. But he caught you on the rise with the JB. Got that hit, pretty good. You have him in the corner. Okay, right there, you immediately go into 5B, 5C, and then you cut your whole offense pretty short right there, because now you have to back off. Yep, you have to back off immediately, giving him mad space. And you don't want to give Minazuki space, because he can jump up JB and now shut down anything you do in the air. He can press a lot of buttons. He can box hook you in the mid range. So if you're in on Minazuki, that stagger pressure is gonna hurt him really bad. Because Minazuki doesn't have crazy Abare. He has no 5A or 5 frame buttons. So Narukami's 5A, 2A, 5A dash, 5A micro dash, 5A stagger is pretty hard for Minazuki to deal with. So ending your pressure that early is kind of giving him what he wants. Because look, he's just going to jump up, find his way in. But there it is. Good job. You saw the grab and he whiffed it. Probably should have just punished at that point, but here it is. Okay, that was really good. Because right here, if he's just going to jump, right here, you do want to just 2B. And that's exactly what you want to do. That's really smart to know, because when you commit to a super jump, this is really bad. So if he's just going to jump like this, and he air dashes, you know exactly where he's gonna land, right here. You just gotta sit here, chill out. Just chill out right here. Because if he tries to JB you, air target JB, your 2B is beating that clean. All you gotta do is wait for it. So that was good. You got the combo right here. That was a pretty big drop, but I like that you went for the nice combo. There you go. Oh, that's another drop. And then you give up your turn off that. And then he drops his combo. Interesting. Very smart right there. Just going right into the Zio dying. Not letting him get a chance to burst. I have no clue why he tried to burst, but good job on you for preventing the burst either way. Okay. So I like that you had the read on him. Well, you thought you had the read on him. Because last time he jumped. And then you air dash JB to catch his jump. And then he air text and you try to air grab. But you're a little too slow on it. But I respect the attempt at trying to tech trap him. Right there, you have to punish when he drops that right there. You get this combo right here. Bring it out to the ground. Oh, whoa, I don't know what that was. Okay, nice. Get this combo right here. Cross confirm. Whoa, crazy drop. And another drop. Okay. That's kind of spooky. Kind of threw the game twice. Then he got mixed. Well, he got grabbed right there. That straight throw is hard to deal with. Oh, he doesn't confirm of that. You're dead. Well, you should have died. Well, you're definitely dead now. And you burst it. Huh. Okay. Okay, what do you do now? What's the round start now? You back off. Okay, this is actually pretty good. So you're backing off again. Because right here, he can't really approach you that quickly. Because he runs up and presses his practically his best poke tool, his 4A. And then you try to whiff punish it with the 5B. I respect that. That was a pretty good attempt. A little too slow on it, so you didn't catch him. Another good IED back Zio. So that's the type of stuff that's good against Monazaki. This IED back Zio, this dash back 5B. But he has you in a stagger right here. He doesn't confirm off it, but he has another hit on you. Okay. Got a little mixed up right there. What you about to do? Okay, you DP on a late air dash. That's actually mad good. You react to that. Nice DP punish. Forcing out the burst pretty early. Ooh, don't catch that DP. But now y'all are pretty even game. Oh, okay. Oh, that would have been a pretty nice confirm. Let's see what you do right here. Okay. You're in this space right here. You Zio. From right here, from this Zio, you can approach of this. You can run behind this Zio and 5B. But you do stay back. He does this JB. You should be now trying to run in. He does this JB when you're nowhere in the screen because he was predicting that you would run up late with this Zio and then you would try to approach, but you backed off. So now you got him with the JB and now he's going to follow this arc. He's going to land right here. You can stand right here, wait, and press 5B. Try to start your own turn. Or at least get a button out there to try to catch him pressing. But you're managing to stay patient, so let's see how it goes. And he finds his way in. Yeah, if he commits to a jump, you got to find those arcs. Because one thing about Monazaki JB is a crazy button because it covers his entire jump arc. But you can still cover him when he lands because he has to commit to the JB at the start of the jump. So that means that entire time that he's in the air in that arc, you can position yourself to catch him on the trip guard. Nice air grab. You were at the jump from the last time, so you air grabbed him, put him down to the ground. What's the pressure? Well, he mashed. It seems like you didn't even try to meet it because you didn't get counter hit. Or you didn't, I didn't see it. But let's see. He has you in the corner. Let's see how you find your way out. It seems like you tried the fuzzy. Or you just up backed. Okay, let's see what you do now. Okay. He baited you to jump out right there by backing off, and then you gave him what he wanted. He pinned you to the ground. Yeah, he did a pretty good job of baiting your defense right there. If he's gonna stick you in the corner like that, and leave you those gaps, you should press the button instead of just trying to jump out. Because if he's going to back off, you can just press 5B or 5C. If you know he's going to go for it, at least. I was a pretty quick one, though. Okay, you're backing off right here. Look at that. He's committing to that jump arc again. That jump arc, you should be covering this. You should be standing back. You're walking back right here. When he lands, you should be all over it. He tries to bait it, but let's see. Let's go back to that. So he tries to bait your anti-air with that. Or that was a misinput, but nevertheless, after he does that, he still has to land. So after you whiff the 2B and he doesn't hit you for it, you can still stay in that spot. Maybe walk back a little bit more and cover him when he lands. Need to be a little more methodical in the way that you're moving. Okay. Nice 2B. You get him out the air right there. You bring him to the ground. Okay, what's your wake up? Oh, you get hit. I'm not sure what you tried to do, but it did look like he was pretty far. That was a pretty clean micro dash 2A from him to catch the meaty. That was pretty good. Look tricky to see if he was going to meaty right there. Okay, DP. Oh, it looked like you were trying to bait that DP, but he still hits you with it. It's hard when you play against niggas that like to utilize their DP to make you scared. And that's what it is. Yeah, you're going to have to bait those DPs out. There's a lot of players that love to use their DP to scare your offense away from you. And they'll force their turn on their wake up with stuff like that. So if you don't get a safe jump knockdown, you're going to have to get used to baiting people out very hard. In small situations like that, when you have gaps in your pressure, you need to be waiting for a DP too, especially during your stagger pressure. Since it's so strong against Minazuki, baiting out a DP in situations like that is really strong, but it's also very hard. But let's see what you try to do. You try to roll out, and he's hard baiting that. Let's see what happens this time. You try to grab, and he's waiting for that too. Just be a little bit more patient on your defense. You can block. Minazuki's not that scary unless he's grabbing you. Minazuki is not that scary, especially if he's just on the ground, so you don't have to worry about a late air dash mix-up. You can kind of wait it out, see if he'll make a mistake or see if he'll try to bait something, and then you can take your turn that through there. Because it's not like you're playing against Igus to where you have to pick an option or you're getting 50-50. But that's good right there. Taking your turn back. You don't quite take your turn back off that guard cancel, but you do get out. Kind of sluggish on your movement. Let's see if he kills you. This combo is drip. It is also toxic. And he dropped it. I don't know if you're AFK, but that did happen. Let's see. You try to JB to catch his JB. He backs off because he's not trying to get air grabbed again. Nice layer right here. He catches your approach with his back off into the JB. This is actually pretty smart from him. But he gives it up because he tries to double jump JB. I got no clue what he was doing right there. He made a good play and then threw his turn away. But you got him in the corner right now. Too much paration for that safe jump to work. What was the starter right there? Why did that happen? Oh, double 2A into it? Yeah, you're going to have to recognize when stuff like that's going to happen. But you still have him right here. Oh. Interesting. You didn't react to the cards confirm, and you didn't go for the 5A link afterwards. Okay. Not really paying attention to your hit confirms, but Oh wow, did he just press straight buttons? Yeah, I'm not sure why you backdash right there. Backdash would have gotten hit by a DP probably. At the timing that you did it. At that point, you might as well try to roll behind him if you're gonna try to hard bait something out like that and you don't want to block. Okay, he did that the last time. He did that the last time. You did Swift Strike, one more cancel to try to frame trap him. He mashed DP the last time you did it. He DP'd this time. The next time that you do that and you don't bait it and you get DP'd, that is your fault. Seems like he's not respecting any gaps in your pressure. You need to start understanding that. Practically anytime there's a gap in your pressure or you try to frame trap him, he's mashing super or DP. Right there, he's mashing. But here it is. Taking your turn back. Trying to get away. Okay. Can't back off the whole time and then try to reset the neutral. And just... If the opponent lets you out of pressure, they're not going to back off to give you space. You need to stop them on their approach. Okay, right here. You make a flub. Run the scramble right here. You see his jump right here. You should be waiting and 2Bing. But you jump back. Okay, you put yourself in a bad situation. He backs off. You can IED back in Zio, or you can try to threaten right here. If you're gonna back off like this, you need to quickly IED back instead of just jumping up back. Because you just jumping up back gives him a chance to run up and JB you or run up and 2B. Just floating in the air, waiting for something to happen is going to lose you neutral. Especially against somebody who is trying to be aggressive and trying to force their turn on you. There is a time and place for patient play like that, but against somebody who's playing Nazuki or somebody who's just trying to enforce their turn on you, it's not gonna work. Same thing happened when you were playing against Gold. You were trying to black away and he was trying to take his turn back. Just gotta recognize when you shouldn't be backing off and you should be trying to stand your ground and hit people when they're approaching you. Okay, nice read on the jump, but he kind of read you jumping at him the past 2 times, so going for it again wasn't the smartest thing to do, but it was a good attempt at kind of playing what he does. Here it is. Oh, you don't confirm off that, which is pretty sad, and he's already mashing DP out. Okay, he jumps in on you. Let's see what you get out. Okay, nice roll. He jumps forward and you roll. Perfect. You're out now, but you get anti-zone. Okay, find your way out. He's immediately mashing. He's just mashing right there. He actually did that the last time. The last time you DP'd him, you backdashed and you got caught by him mashing, and this time you jump forward and now you're locked down because he started mashing. It's not really switching things up. It's really just mashing on you. He did it again. You gotta recognize that he's doing this. You're honestly just letting him have his way. It let you find your way out in a really smart way right there. But here it is. Okay, he catches you with the knives into the button. Really hard to defend against the projectile into the button following it. He fails his punish and then you run into a second one. You gotta be looking at the opponent's character to see what they're doing. You gotta be looking at them. Nice anti-air, air to ground. Okay, you catch the jump because you was waiting on it. Okay, got him in the corner. 5A, 2A, safe jump. Baiting a DP, really good. Oh, you didn't wait long enough. Did not wait long enough though. You almost had it. Because you were doing pretty good on this sequence right here. You're running your offense, hit confirming, doing your safe jumps, and here it is. You got him right here. Just gotta wait a little bit more for your punish. But how do you get hit? Let me see. You tried to jump over because you fucked it up. Tried to take your turn back, but he caught you trying to air dash. Too preemptive on that 2B. Okay. You 2B whiff right here. While you're in the recovery, when you see your 2B whiff, you should see that he jumped back. You don't have to jump back. He jumped back. You don't have to jump back. If he jumps, you see what he's going to commit to. You see if he's just going to empty jump, if he's going to neutral jump, if he's going to jump and press JD, if he's going to air dash forward. You have the options to cover whatever he does. But let's see what he does right here. Oh, he kind of did latex. He's doing a lot of things to force his turn back, which is a pretty good thing. Here it is. Tries the baits up now, and you press a button really late and get counter hit. And he drops the one more burst combo. That's a crazy choke. Zio dying. That was disgusting gameplay. Alright, but let's see how we go right here. Okay, y'all both were pretty patient on round start. You both back up. He JBs when he lands, but you're right here. You jump. You both jump. You JB. He super jumps. Right here, he committed to an option because he saw you jump after him, and now he's JBing to try to catch you. But you 2B way too early. You commit to your 2B way too early on in your jump. EJB is really early, so he's going to recover from it. He's going to recover about right here. Your 2B is going to be most effective at around this area. So he's going to have an option to still get out of your 2B. So you don't need to commit to a 2B. You still can just wait to see what he does. It's kind of scary, but if he does a double JB, both hits won't come out fast enough. So you shouldn't be scared of him doing another JB. You should be waiting. It sounds weird because you don't necessarily want to just let him jump in on you. But even if you're going to 2Bing that early is still bad. So nevertheless, you don't want to 2B that early. But the situation honestly isn't that bad, because that's a really good Zio right there. You find your way in, but still mashing DP. Still got to condition him more to stop mashing so you can take your offense. But here you are in the corner, and what happens when he backs off in the corner? You jump. Okay, and you DP. Oh wow, that was a turn from God. But let's see what you do with it. Press 5C, 2C, you're in there. Oh wow, okay. So that was actually really good for me. You noticed that he was mashing out of your pressure, so you tried to do a stagger into a block to try to bait out the reversal. And then he just presses buttons. And that's what a layer divulges, because that's when you have to just call that out. Because if he is gonna, instead of mashing reversal right there, just gonna press a button to take his turn back, you're gonna have to just do a 5A, 2A, 5A, or a delayed 5A, 5A, and try to frame trap that. Because that's what a layer divulges into. Because V is just gonna keep trying to threaten reversals, taking that risk, and then trying to take his turn back with a button. You're gonna have to frame trap him. to beat that out. And I'm not sure why you grabbed right there. He hasn't really thrown you once. I don't think he's thrown you a single time. The only thing he's done is command grab you, so throw is a weird option. If you're gonna throw right there, you might as well press 5A. Because he hasn't regular grabbed you once. If you're just trying to Abare out. I'm not sure if you're trying to throw tech. But nevertheless, I think you put it. If you're trying to Abare right there, might as well use your 100 meter and Zio Dino MC. But you have a lot of meter right here. Let's see how you try to use it. You SB switch strike to get away. Your infatuation of getting away from your opponent to play neutral just makes it feel like you're not comfortable being close up to people. And that also makes sense if you think about how eager you are to pick an action when somebody knocks you down, or you're in the corner, or you try to jump back. But you got the DP right there because you saw him try to mix you up with the OMC. There it is. Instant block into the 5B, not bad. You shot out 5B right there, but he catches you trying to jump back. You whiff a button and you try to up back. You do that pretty often when you whiff 2B. You try to jump back. And he caught you in your pre-jump frames in that JA. It's a hard call, but the correct option right there would have been to 5B and then 2B his air dash, but that would be really hard to react to. So after you whiff a button, immediately up backing will get you caught out of your pre-jump frames a lot of the time. So you might want to try breaking that habit. Got him in the corner. You hit him with the beat raising line raw. 3.4k. Then you don't do the safe jump, so he just gets the free DP. You try to late air dash mix up. Not a bad option, but it is a really bad one against somebody who is actively trying to scare you with their DP. And he is waiting on that. But you got him in the corner with a momentum burst. Let's see how you try to take your turn back, and you leave a big gap in your pressure for him to mash. Gonna have to make him scared of that, man. You gotta make him scared to mash. Because he is actively mashing DP and super in the middle of your pressure. And he's only pressed a button out of your pressure one time. I'm not talking about on wake up. I'm talking about in the middle of your buttons. He's only pressed a button one time. So unless he starts doing that over and over and over, you're going to have to bait out those reversals. And he's waiting for that roll once again. The roll really hasn't worked for you. Once he's backed off, he's really just waited. You can take your turn back right there. Oh, you go for the big boy anti-air combo. I respect that, but you fail it. And you roll out once again when it didn't work just last time. You're going to have to go for a different option right there. If he's going to be that far away, you got to notice that he's that far away. But let's see. Okay. I don't know what that was. I don't know what you try to do right there. And you get your burst baited. What are you trying to do right here? Did you try to super? I got no clue. Okay. So let's see. You jump back with a Zio. Always going to be a good option, to be honest. That's just so strong. But once again, you bring him down to the ground. You're in pressure. Then you leave a gap and you mash his DP. He is going to mash DP till the ends of time. He will never stop mashing DP until you make him feel like mashing DP is too scary to afford it. Until you make the risk high enough on him doing DP that he will just be scared of doing it, he's not going to stop. You keep trying to pressure him. Okay, there you go. Okay, right there. This was actually what you needed to do. That, like I said earlier, that 2A into dash 5A is going to hit him on the frame trap because he is trying to mash. Now he's trying to actively mash because he feels like he's DP'd enough to get you scared. So now he's going to mash out. But you didn't quite confirm when you got the first one, so he got a second chance to mash 2A out, and it worked that time. And you're trying to mash, and you get cutter hit. And you try to jump back again, and you get hit in your pre-jump frames, but you find your way out right here. You late air dash, and you don't press a button. I don't know why you tried to do this. If you're going to late air dash, you're opening yourself up to a DP. But you do get yourself overhead mix-up. That's pretty strong. And he's crouching. The late air dash would have fucked him up. But you didn't press a button. And I'm really confused by that. Because I understand why Narukami players opt out of the safe jump for the late air dash, because it opens people up a lot of the time. But you didn't press a button right there. And that honestly still would have got you DP'd. Even if you're blocking right here, you're getting hit. If he mashed on wake up, you would get hit. In the middle of your air dash, you would have not been able to block, you would have gotten hit. But nevertheless, you got him in the corner right now. Really good right here, actually. This is a range right here where maybe his 5B could hit you, but a lot of your buttons could hit him. You have far more buttons at this range to cover this area. So you can whiff punish him comfortably right here. So his most likely option is going to be either jump up JB right here or just jump up JB to cover this space. And let's see what he does. He jump ups and he tries to air dash, which is probably the worst option he could have gone for. It's the option that would have gotten the hitbox out in the longest possible time, and you still perfectly catch it with the JB. And then you combo off it, and then you bring him to the corner. That sequence was really good, but dropping that combo was really bad. And then he hits you with the drip. What the fuck? Never mind, you gave him a second chance. Bink, bink. Into the Moon Masher? Sheesh. Okay. What's up? What you got? You run up JB because you try to hit him out the air. Then you bring him to the ground with the razor line and he's mashing and you catch the mash. Okay. This was pretty risky. Just jumping up at him. So close right there with Monozaki's 4A being mad good. That was really risky, but it did pay off. Okay. Oh, that's really unlucky. That confirmed did not connect right for you. Ooh. You got your DP out, and then he puts himself in the corner, and then you let him jump out. You gotta recognize that right here. This is your turn. You run up and press 5B. But he let him jump out. Even if you're late on it, that might be even better, because you might catch him on his pre-jump frames if he tries to jump. Because if he tries to press a button, if he rolls, if you see him roll, even if you're late, it's still your advantage. Because even if he presses 4A, your 5B is only a couple, I think 3 frames slower than his 4A. So you're going to catch out his 4A even if he's mashing it. And if he tries to jump, he's going to get hit out his pre-jump frame. So right there, if he rolls, you have to challenge that. You don't just let him out and back off. But you did back off and you Zio'd. You IAD back Zio, which is really hard to punish, and he tries to anti-zone you. And you block it, and then he teleports. And then you eat the teleport for some reason. You gotta anti-air that teleport. Because this is him saying, oh, I fucked up. I gotta try something out. Oh, you tried to match 5A. Oh, okay. I understand. Never mind. You hit A to hit the persona card. That would be good if he didn't teleport, but you kind of got to see what he does before you commit to taking that persona card. I'm sure you know that after this set, but yeah, if you block that, you got to see what he does before you take that persona card, or you're going to get smacked by a teleport. But nevertheless, you got the anti-air right here. You drop the big boy anti-air combo, and now you're getting fucked up. Is he going to finish the combo? That's it? I'm not going to kill him? Okay. Well, this right here is pretty good. You use your meter to take your turn. You got your turn. You stagger him, but he's mashing 2B. Not gonna lie, that doesn't really make sense. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't make sense. But nevertheless, you did let him out, and you let a gap in your pressure be that big that he was able to press 2B out of it. You can't really do that unless you're trying to bait, and it doesn't look like you were trying to bait because you got counter hit. I see that you try to press 5A into dash up 5A, but the gap in that is far too big for you to actually catch somebody mashing out. So if you're going to go for a stagger, you should definitely go for something with a way smaller gap. You probably should not commit to the second 5A in your auto combo. Stick with the 5A, 2A, 5A, and if you mix up the 5A, don't do it at the start of your string, because that's when somebody's most likely to do it. If you're going to go for something special like that inside your block string, don't open off with it, because that's easily going to get matched on. Here it is. Okay, you got him right there, crouching. You don't go into the crouching frame. Go to the regular combo, but you're hit right now. And you mash DP out, and he's mashing. Why does this situation keep repeating itself? Why do you let this happen multiple times? Why do you take your turn back and then allow him to hit you by backing off, and then let it happen multiple times? Okay, you're in the corner. You're still trying to grab. I have no clue why. He's grabbed you one time. You shouldn't be that scared of him grabbing you. If you had press 5A in most of the situations that you try to throw tech, you would have taken your turn back. Because he's been baiting you a lot, and you've been falling for it. He does a lot of really sloppy pressure right here. He lets you back, and you try to jump back once again. And then you mash DP out. He gets to punish, and you burst with crazy health. But it's not too terrible. was still not that great of a burst. And then you drop a combo, but you still managed to keep him inside the corner somehow. But this is a bad situation right here because he air dashes and hits you with a max range JB. But it's still not too bad because he's not close enough to keep you in offense. And then you got him locked down right here. This is actually a really good situation for you. He jumps into that. So now he's in block stun that entire time. From all the way up here, he's in block stun. And now you're all the way out of recovery. You have enough time to cover this space. You can run up and try to close some space in if you want to. But you don't have to. But you do have enough time to close in space because he's stuck blocking. But let's go back. Right here. He goes ahead and air dashes. And this is the craziest scramble ever. You both barely miss each other. Because for some reason, you read that he's on a double jump. And he reads that you're going to stand still because you play so defensively. And then you get the hit right here. You take him to the corner. Okay. When you're hit right here, you're not quite dead. But this is a bad situation to be in now. Because he does have burst. And he's going to kill you. Damn. These games honestly aren't too bad. Because a lot of situations you're making are situations... Well, a lot of mistakes you're making are... Because you're not recognizing the situations that occur over and over and over. And you keep choosing the wrong options. But those small... Like a small change in your options would change the way this section went out completely. And a lot of neutral interactions, you lose by just small margins, small spacings, or you try to whiff punish and you're just barely too slow. In a lot of situations, you don't try to whiff punish. Here it is. You're in the corner right here. You press the button out. That's actually really good. You recognize that you don't need to throw anymore. He's not trying to throw you. Then you find yourself putting them in the corner. Then you get the grab. This is really good. Drop the throw combo. Okay. He has you in pressure. He gets a pressure reset. Playing too passive. There it is. And you try to up back and he catch you in your pre-jump frames. And then he grabs you right there. It's a pretty good sequence from him, but you're not dead. You still got a chance to play. Right here, he commits to JB and you don't 2B. So if he's going to super jump and then wait that long in JB, that's a free 2B for you. He honestly just gave you a free counter hit. But you're a little too passive because he was running a sequence on you. So you kind of just let him roam free with his offense. Okay. It's been a while since you've gone for this air dash grab. And you just barely whiffed it right here. And I do like that. I do like the attempt. Because he frequently jumps, especially around starts. He catches you with the anti-zoning. This is honestly just good by him. He noticed that you were doing Zio in that situation where you would try and back off, create space, and try to Zio and then approach off that. He tries to anti-zone you. This might be a time for you to start jump back doing nothing. Just jumping back, trying to bait out something from him. Or you could try closing the distance. Either or. But Zio might stop being an option if he's going to keep doing that. But you hit him with the empty jump low. Got him in the corner. Oh, you don't do your safe jump. But you do get him with the grab. not dead. Okay. I think that would have killed. Just barely would have killed. Actually, definitely would have killed. That B-range line to Eason. But nevertheless, let's hope this doesn't end up being a choke. And that didn't happen. Okay. He has you hit. Let's see what option you pick. So he jumps and you DP. Immediately picking an option. You are very scared of Minazuki. Oh my god. What the fuck? Okay. He gives you a counter hit because he's mashing. Okay, you find another hit on him. You got him in the corner. I'm sure you can do a better combo of this. I'm pretty sure you can. Yeah, you definitely can. Whoa, why did you get mixed up? Okay, he does this right here. And this just hits you clean. Not even a counter hit. You have a lot of options against this. Not only should you not have gotten hit, you could have DP'd that. You could have 2-beat that, but that would have been hard. But getting hit by that shouldn't happen. I know it's online, but you can't get hit by that. It is hard when people hit you with mix-ups that they don't normally use. Okay, got you in the corner. Just trying to bake you. He pressure resets. And then you try to mash out. He waits for the 5A. And then he 5A's you. And then you jump back. And he catches the jump back finally. And then he grabs you. So, out of this entire sequence, that right there is your best chance to get out. And then when he always does that, you always jump. If you're gonna do that, this is the easiest situation for you to deal with because you dealt with it earlier. Whenever he backed off one time, he jumped up and tried to catch you with the JB and you rolled underneath him and then you took your turn back. All you have to do is do that. If you're going to jump back this much and somebody starts reading it that hard, if you just roll out the corner, you're taking your turn back for free. Or you could run forward. But continuously jumping back when he's reading it is just going to keep you inside his set play. And then you get stormed with projectiles. So, right there, that's really good. You gain some ground with the Zio, so you're getting close to him. And he's in the air. He still has his air options right here. So you can't really commit to anything. You kind of just want to wait and see. And then you wait, and he throws this. But you jump too early. Right here. He throws that. And you jump back. Not only do you jump too early, you jump back, so you're forced to block that one. I'm not really sure why you jump back from full screen. Maybe you were trying to bait him to do the anti-zone, which isn't a bad idea. Would it happen to be a terrible idea right there after he threw the projectile? It's not quite a free matchup for Narukami because Minazuki has great tools to deal with Narukami's great tools. But definitely have whatever options you need to deal with Minazuki. What? Did that happen again? Yep, he gave you space and you tried to jump back, it seems. You rolled out, he was too slow on the catch, and he backs off, and then you jump up, and then he catches you with it. Happens like clockwork, but you burst inside of Awakening. You held your burst to give your Sans a good chance to make a comeback. You got 66 meter, not too much, but you have Awakening. Right here. He's baiting still, but you don't take the bait that time, but you do press 5A and you get hit. So right there, if he jumps at you, you can roll. Or you can try running underneath. But rolling is much safer. And he's not going to catch it nearly as easily. Especially if he super jumps at you. One more. It's not like you're getting fucked up in pressure. You just keep falling for the same things. Just doing the same bait on you and you keep falling for it in the same way. Okay. So you jump back. He moves back. He commits to the air dash. He tries to bait out your early 2B. And you do a good job of waiting for his jump and trying to 2B. But since Narukami is a broken character, your 2B still hits his persona. So if you're in this situation, you doing good. You hit his persona. You recovered already. He's still falling. All you had to do is sit there and take your turn. You don't have to jump up and try to hit him. Okay. Okay, so he walks right here. He tries to JB forward because he reads you jumping back. And then you catch him on that. You got him in the corner, but you don't confirm off your jumping. So you just give him your turn. That's a pretty big mistake to just get the hit confirmed, counter hit, and not finish it. Especially when you're in such a good position to make a comeback right now. You have a lot of meter. You have your burst. Okay, gonna hit this? No. And he super chokes, and you still don't kill him. Okay. So you're in this situation. You see him do this. I'm guessing you don't know the punish timing. So you go for 5C. Kind of a knowledge check right there. Not much to say about that one. Honestly, not much to say. Just a bad situation to be in. I don't know what this flub was. I feel like you tried to late air dash, but you didn't air dash late. But you get hit right there, and then you get grabbed. Okay, that is really cheap. Mashing right there is a good idea, unless he's gonna do that SB Rekka, and he's honestly done it every time. So, DPing at that specific spot, it's not really gonna work out for you, especially when Vincent's done that every time. I don't think he's done the empty reckon to JA once. Or I could have forgotten. But you got this hit right here. And you hit him too early so he doesn't land low enough for the combo. And he catches you right here and finishes you off. To be fair, Your defense isn't terrible. It's just you need to be more patient on it. You might want to rethink the way you play defense in general. Because even against Ken, against Minazuki, you were really eager to press buttons. You were eager to DP out. You were eager to up back. You were eager to throw tech. You should be more patient against somebody like Minazuki. Minazuki's not going to hit you with the same type of pressure that Igus is going to hit you with. He's going to hit you with a strike throw, but he didn't command grab you that many times for you to be scared enough to be matching DP like he was. Your neutral actually really wasn't that bad. Just a few different decisions, you would have won neutral a lot more. And you actually did win neutral a decent amount of times. You anti-aired him a lot. You didn't convert off every anti-air, but you did do a good job of anti-airing him. And he tried to beat out your anti-airs, and you still had good 2Bs that beat out his anti-air baits. So your neutral wasn't terrible. And your offense wasn't bad. It's not so much that your offense was bad. It was the fact that the way you reacted to his defense was bad, and that does account for your offense. But if you had baited out his defensive options more and played around what he could have done on defense more, you would have done a lot better on offense. I do think you didn't play terrible on offense, and you played pretty decently in neutral, and you made some pretty good decisions. You just didn't adapt that well on defense at all.